Don't you hate that 2 seconds when people are like, is it on? It's on. Is it on? It's on. Hi again. I wanted to share with you a fantastic conversation that I had with my regular doctor yesterday. So I go in and he says, you look wonderful, which I'm getting used to hearing. So you don't ever get tired of hearing that, really. So he says, you look wonderful, how you feeling? And I said, hey, you know what? I did not realize how addicted I was to sugar, to carbohydrates, to food in general. And he said, yeah, that's true. He said, but I think it's more than an addiction. I think that some of it, and I said, oh yeah, it's mental, because I cut people off. I said, yeah, it's mental too. I said I've dealt with some pretty serious things over the past month, and it's been hard not to go back to my go-to, which is like chips, chips and dip, or if you're listening from England, crisps and dip. That's just like my number one. I could eat it for a meal in the past. I said it's really hard not to go back to that, so I definitely understand it's mental. And he said, no, I think it's also science. And I said, I don't think I believe you. I think it's, something, I think it's an addiction, and, and it's mental. And he said, no, I think there's too much science that proves that there are some people who are either lacking a gene or have a gene or have a damaged gene that causes their body to crave uncontrollably those things that they cannot eat. And he said, because if obesity really is just an addiction, okay, and yes, the mental stuff comes along, but he said, if it's just an addiction, we can give you a pill for that and it'll go away. And okay, I mean, you got to have a little willpower no matter what you do to break a habit, and we talked about that too. And he said, like smoking, he said, you want to quit smoking, so you take some Chantix, which is how I quit 3 years ago now. I took Chantix, I made a quit date, I quit, I have not smoked a cigarette in 3 years. So he said, you do that, and he said, diabetes. He said, we have a pill for that, we can fix that. And he said, so if it's more, he said he really believes truly that there's a science to it. And I just thought that was kind of, number one, cool that my doctor would sit there and talk to me for 15 minutes about hypothetical things. And he said, but for now, this surgery that I had and this lifestyle that I'm choosing is the best that they can get to curing obesity, because they do see it as like a medical condition as opposed to an addiction. So that's just something from my doctor, who's super cool. He really, again, a fantastic guy, and he definitely took the time to talk to me about that. So something to think about, maybe by the time our kids are grown, or for some of you guys who didn't have kids in your late 30s, your grandkids, okay, I envy you. So maybe by that time they'll fix that problem. Because I talked to him too about the fact that, like, we as addicts, as food addicts, we carry our weight around with us all the time. And although some of us, I wanted to say this before, although some of us are comfortable in our bodies, and I love my body and I love myself, and I get it, like, you're curvy and you're sassy and that you got it, whatever, it's still hard to, like, bend over or find pants that fit correctly, or I think I've said this before, wipe yourself while you're going to the bathroom. It's not comfortable to wonder if you got it all. You know what I'm saying? So so there are, of course, you can love yourself and still be at a weight that makes it uncomfortable to live. That's it. You can be comfortable with yourself and still be uncomfortable living. Just generally, like, it's too hot. Well, I'm a little too big for this chair. I can't go on that ride because I weigh too much. Those are things that I think make the difference. I think I got very sidetracked on this video, so I apologize. So, according to my fantastic doctor, there's science to obesity, and I know there's that new commercial, there's a science to obesity.com. I went to it, and it's just an ad for a diet pill, so I'm not going to do that, but I think he has some valid points, so we'll see in the future. But for now, this is working for me. I have not weighed myself in a couple of days, and I kind of like that now because I really enjoy seeing more than 1 pound lost. So I've been waiting every couple of days. So the next time I weigh myself, I will share that information with you. But for now, I started at 327, and when I last checked, I was 286. 286. So I think I lost a little over 40 pounds. So not bad for 1 month. We're actually not even at a month yet. So, all right. Sorry this is so long today.